Welcome, everyone. We are starting the New Zealand national final. We've got 5 players competing for 3 spots on the New Zealand national team, as well as the winner to be crowned New Zealand national champion for 2023. We will be playing a 3-game match. The first game will be a 70% progressive game in New Zealand and Australia. Assigned specifically for this group of players from New Zealand. If you are new to the World Cup format, you get 10 points for winning the game, 5 points for your first bounty, 3 points for your second bounty, 1 point for each additional bounty. There are no placement points other than winning. So we start in the Australia-New Zealand map. I will help you guys a little bit with bonuses as we go. But let me see if I can get this to work. Oh, can't remember the official name. Ooh, we have an early bonus taken by Corbina / Large Truth. I'll pull up the official name so I can get you guys the stats on it. Early bonus by Corbina. Looks like Destro wants to go. I'll try to get a little bit closer in here so you guys can see a little better maybe. Something more like that maybe. There we go. Sorry, the risk app on my phone logged me out for some reason. Okay, so we see green gonna block a bonus over on the right. Pierre Stonefield would like to kind of insist on it, but maybe they're just gonna work together there. The Australia and New Zealand. Let's get the official name here, maybe. New Zealand and Australia. Of course, New Zealand's first. Wow, I probably offended a lot of New Zealanders there. Okay, let me see if I can get the stats. There we go. So you can see to get the 70%, you need all but 11 territories. As you can see there on the thanks for the help there, Aries, the Aries bot. So the Corbina bonus bottom middle is a +3. That's Victoria and Tasmania. That purple bonus that Destro just took over on the left side is Western Australia. That's a +4. We'll see how bonuses get taken and held here. This is a 5-player game, so it's going to play out slightly differently than your normal 6-player on this map. It kind of helps, probably, with the fewer players here. Makes it a little more possible to take the bonus and hold the bonus. So 2 players have bonuses. We're now back to the top for the start of turn 3. This is Max Springs. First in turn order, he's kind of stuck up here in that North Island. That is a +3 bonus, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to take it. Max Springs and Pierre maybe going to just work together up there. Make it tough for a kill, potentially. There are some spots on this map that you can block off territories to potentially prevent a 70% run. Corbina in the early troop lead, thanks to that early bonus, takes a second bonus. That's a South Australia bonus. That's a +3. Doesn't guard, though. Doesn't guard. Leaves all ones. Basically said, I just had to take a territory, and that was the easiest take. I'm not trying to hold it. So we expect a break there. Corbina not fighting it. Corbina / Large Truth. I'll try to use Large Truth because that's the name on the scoreboard for now. We see a 3 get rolled of Max Springs there by Mr. NZ. Mr. NZ only loses 1. Loses 1 on the roll. Goes ahead and takes the whole bonus. Lost 2 on that. But tries to take the +5 Northern Territory there. So 3 players holding bonuses. Both Max Springs and Pierre Stonefield left without bonuses at this point. First and last in turn order. Pierre Stonefield happy not getting a bonus. He and Matt kind of split that North Island. They're going to block each other off. Does one of them move out eventually? Or are they both just cool with not having a bonus? It looks like Mac is going to move out. Maybe, or maybe he's expecting that to be a move from Pierre on next turn down to the South Island. Corbina gets to hold that bonus? Wow. Large Truth holds that bonus. They were not expecting to get that. That was just a easy take situation. Nobody breaking there is wild. Look at that troop advantage. Already at 42 troops, while Max Springs is at 27 right there in front in turn order. Corbino, Large Truth will begin lining up Max Springs. Here's the break. Destro maybe just didn't realize it last turn or forgot or something, but had to make that break. Mr. New Zealand gets to keep his bonus. Also takes one of the Large Truth territories from that bonus. Mr. NZ got to jump up in troop number. So Large Truth at 40, Estro at 39, Mr. NZ at 37. Pierre Stonefield's been able to stay close in troop number overall. We'll see if this stat gets moved down and takes the South Island bonus potentially here. I think that's what we see. Yeah. How far does that 15 get moved down? All the way to the 6? Oh, just to the center, just to the center. Okay, so Pierre Stonefield will get that South Island bonus now, but is it too little too late, potentially? He's last in turn order, so that helps. That South Island bonus is a +4. Max Springs is going to go ahead and clean up that North Island bonus, which is a +3. And that means every player on the board has a bonus. All of them are, well, I guess that's pretty split. Max Springs and Large Truth getting a +3. Destro and Pierre Stonefield getting a +4, and then a +5 for Mr. New Zealand. Large Truth playing pretty conservatively with that stack kind of blocked in. Now the stack gets moved out. Okay. In a better position to go for a kill. Or a 70 run. Or both. Oh, we see a kill attempt here or a 70 run from Dodestro. A kill attempt. That's 5 for Dodestro, killing Mr. New Zealand. Gets the first 5 points here. Still at 38 troops, so shouldn't be immediately eaten. No chance at a 70 run or a second bounty off of that. No chance to chain the bounty. This looks like a kill attempt on Max Springs. Yeah, he unlocks the stack. He's got to go for the kill now. Oh, this is a 70 run. This is a 70 run from Pierre Stonefield. The map was rather open after the kill by Dodestro. Well played by Pierre Stonefield. He can bring the 25 over. Should easily have it now. Yeah. Should be easy just cleaning up a bunch of 1s. Doesn't have to hit the 13. Can leave all but 11. No problem at all. And that's going to be the win for Pierre Stonefield. How about that? Pierre Stonefield, a very good player. Takes the first 10 points. Dodestro gets the bounty, but those are the only points there in Game 1. So pretty low scoring Game 1 overall. We see Pierre Stonefield with 10. Dodestro with 5. Put that in their chat so they have the updated score. And we'll get going in Game 2, which is going to be Africa, 70% fixed. That went fast. It was a small map, 70 progressive, so built to go fast there. Yep, I need to see the settings, and then I can let you know. We getting set up here. Stonefield getting us set up for the next one. So a low-scoring first game with only 5 players. So there's not going to be a ton of bounty points available. We'll see how they play Africa. There we go. We got the code going. We're making progress. Just a reminder for all of you, the U.S. National Final coming up after this. Simultaneously, we'll also have the New Zealand neighbors, also known as Australia, playing their national finals. Got almost everybody in. Need to look at settings, make sure we're right. Gotta fix 60. So we can click through them. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do Africa 70 fixed. Should be fun. This map is very spawn dependent, they say. The experts say. Based off of controlling the bottom part of the map. Usually that has a major effect on how the game goes. Although really good players know that, and so it actually turns into a bit of a battleground towards the bottom of this map. So that 4, where you're seeing Corbina there in Central Africa, that's the DR Congo territory that's seen as one of the most important. Oh my goodness, Pierre Stonefield spawned with a 9 in the second most important territory on this map. How about that spawn? That is wild. You do not see a 9 spawn very often. See kind of an aggressive early play here. From Mr. NZ, makes a very aggressive play for a bonus turn 1. How about that? We have not seen that in any of our Africa matches so far. That's a +5. Mr. New Zealand takes turn 1 up there in North Africa. Let's see how everybody plays that. I don't think Corbina's going to be the one to break. Corbina rolled a pretty decent sized stack there, though. Mr. New Zealand able to take that bonus and still not too bad in troop number. Has 2 5s and a 3 built into that bonus also. So got a good spawn to start with. To take it. Pierre Stonefield does not go for the break. I don't think Daudestro goes for the break. Daudestro has a great spawn down at the bottom. These spawns are wild. That's a +3 there in Southern Africa for Daudestro. And a chance to move up into the really important territories. Pierre Stonefield's got a 16 blocking the map, connected to the large Truth 8 that are blocking off the map with those 2 territories. Mr. New Zealand gets to hold the bonus. Is going to just play it safe here, getting to hold the bonus. Got a +5 already. Max brings no real play for a bonus, right? Not with Pierre Stonefield leaving that 16 in there. Do we see Mr. New Zealand getting to hold that bonus for a second turn? No way Corbina breaks. Corbina wants the bonus up in the top right, that Horn of Africa. Gets the Horn of Africa. That's a +4. Pierre Stonefield Max Spring stuck. Once again, they were stuck in game 1, trying to claim and put all their troops into the same bonus. Pierre Stonefield gets out faster this time. Potentially could go for the Central Africa bonus, but a lot of troops to roll, including a 7 of Mr. New Zealand. Don't think the 7's getting rolled yet, but I think he signals he wants that 7 out of there. There's not an easy path to get that 7 out of there. I don't think we're going to see a break of Mr. New Zealand again. It's going to have a great troop advantage. Can he turn it into an early kill? Okay, so he adds, he did get a little help on getting the troops out of there. And he fortifies into his second stack. His 2 stacks are very close together, but he's got 2 big stacks on the board. Okay, we see Max Springs take the bonus down in the bottom right. That's the +4 in East Africa. Large Truth still trying to keep those externals over on the left because they're pretty much landlocked now. Yeah, Cubbies, we got the U.S. National Final right after this, and the Australian National Final right after this. So we got 2 more tonight. Pierre Stonefield still can't get a bonus. I think Pierre Stonefield's been last in turn order in both the first 2 games. USA Team 3 is already decided. Team 1 and 2 will be decided in their finals. But their Team 3 is already decided. Dodestro thinking the same thing. Just needs to keep external positions since so landlocked. Ah, we see a 10 trade early here. Do we see a kill attempt from Mr. New Zealand? A lot of troops. A lot of options. Ah, he was going for the kill of Max Springs. Gets a bad roll. No way to get down there now. Goes for the kill of Max Springs. Or Max Spriggs. Sorry, I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Max Spriggs this whole time. Backfires, misses the kill. Max Spriggs goes back and breaks. I think Large Truth gets the kill on Max Spriggs here now. Has the 17 to work down. Just needs to add enough troops up top. Add to the 5. Yep, should be 100% there. Loses 5. Not a great roll, but still gets it. This is for 4 cards, so it won't get cards in turn. But Large Truth will get onto the scoreboard with the first kill there of Max Spriggs. Can't make a 70 run, can't get another bounty at this point. Ah, we see Pierre Stonefield go bad neighbor. Just goes bad neighbor to break everybody. Trying to keep the playing field balance, potentially. Purple gets 10 troops. Most likely kill would be of Pierre Stonefield here. But it's tight. It is almost impossible. Oh no, got the 13 up top. I missed that. Okay. Oh, got great dice. Yeah, great dice. For Dodestro, we'll get the kill here of Pierre Stonefield. Got the kill of Pierre Stonefield. Dodestro gets Pierre Stonefield. Moves into the group lead at this point. No 70 run available. Okay. Gets close. Can hit the 14 on one, but can't quite get there, huh? Close. Can't quite get it. Does that provide an opportunity for Mr. NZ? As you guys see there, you'll need all but 11 territories here to get the 70%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were 13 left after that last turn, so needed the 2. I don't think white has enough for the run here. Forgot to switch back onto Blitz. There we go. White doesn't have another stack I'm forgetting about. Just the 3. Can't quite get there. It's the 62. Corbina gets a trade. Large Truth gets a trade. Gets the 10 trade. Gets the kill on Mr. NZ. Got a split there. Needs a 2-on-1 to help. That would help a lot. Doesn't get the 2-on-1. Yeah, that's the way you want to go with that. Does not get that 2-on-1 either. It is so tight. That's 13 on 12 troops. Almost impossible. Yeah, gives up on it. Goes for the 70 run. Large Truth gets the 70. Moves into the group lead with 15 points. That was back and forth on who was going to get that. So Large Truth gets the 10. Totals 15 for that one. Moves into first. Da Destro in second with 10. Pierre Stonefield in third with 10. Still, anybody could move on here. Anybody could win the group and win the national championship here. Because 15 points will get you the win in game 3. Yeah, well played by Large Truth there. Agreed. Yeah, I think it was the early attempt was to see if to get some good dice and maybe get the extra kill there. And then after that, it was just, I got to get the 70. So I think it was perfectly played. Give yourself a shot for the extra points. And then if not, make sure you get the 70 run. Okay, so going into game 3, we've got Large Truth with 15. Da Destro with 10, Pierre Stonefield with 10, Mr. NZ with 0, Max Spriggs with 0. Again, if you win a World Dom game, you're getting 15 points minimum. So anybody could still be the New Zealand national champion going into this one. And you have 3 players at the top, all very close. Remember, the top 3 will make the New Zealand national team for the World Cup here. So it'll be interesting to see how it's played out. A lot up for grabs. A lot of different strategies could be utilized. Max Spriggs has to forfeit the last game. Okay, so we'll play a 4-player game. Interesting. I said that before. Oh, would have been 70 for the kill. Yeah, I did not look at the percentages. So it looks like Max Spriggs is forfeiting here before the last game. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Give me the dude trade. You don't want to be the only one on 0. Okay, so we'll play a 4-player game here in the final one with Da Destro, Large Truth, the Mr. NZ, and Pierre Stonefield. Kind of a winner-take-all situation. You win this one, very good chance you're the national champion. Top 3 will represent New Zealand in the World Cup. So this will be a progressive World Dom. We're playing on World Conquest. So a little bigger map, very similar to Classic Map for those of you more familiar with the Classic Risk map. World Conquest just has a few extra island territories, a few extra connections, and a few extra sea lanes. But very similar to what you would have played in a Classic Map game. And we'll see. Spawns are important. How people play it out in terms of taking bonuses will also be important. And if they decide to let people take bonuses or not take bonuses, we've seen it played multiple ways so far. Okay, so Da Destro is going to be first in turn order, Mr. NZ second in turn order, Pierre Stonefield third in turn order, and then Lars Truth fourth in turn order. Da Destro immediately makes a play for the Middle East. Middle East, a critical territory on this map, controls a lot of east to west movement. Obviously, there's a 2-point choke, just like in the classic map with the Middle East and Ukraine. Mr. NZ just builds a couple stacks in different spots around the board for now. Pierre Stonefield moves into the all-important territory of Madagascar. Also builds a stack in Australia. One big difference on this map versus the classic map is it does include New Zealand, which these guys appreciate. Lars Truth going to work slowly on South America. Has a 4-stack down there in the Falkland Islands of Mr. New Zealand, so doesn't make too abrupt of a move there. Everybody playing it a little tight here and slowly, which makes sense. Kind of trying to feel it out how it's going to be played out. See another move from Da Destro to build up that Middle East position. Africa very open at this point for a run if someone wanted to make a run at Africa. Mr. New Zealand moves troops into Africa. Kind of sees that opening likely. Moves some troops in there. Puts a 3 in North Africa and a 7 down in South Africa. Pierre Stonefield just getting an easy take in Asia. Let's see if Lars Truth... No, Lars Truth keeps building in South America, but does not fully take the bonus yet. Very slowly played, probably trying not to seem too intimidating. Also, there's some stacks out on the edge, so maybe that's another piece of it. Does Da Destro move down into South America with that 6? No. Just keeps adding troops to that Middle East position. This time he moves up to Western Europe. We get a Lady on Fire emote from Mr. New Zealand. Yeah, 6. Yeah, once we get to the World Cup finals portion, it'll be 6 nations in a group. New Zealand would be in a group with 5 other nations, for example. Each of their 3 players would play one of the 3 games in a match, and the 3 countries with the most points in that match would move on to the next round. You got it. Large Truth goes for the South America bonus. Moves the 7 as a threat stack potentially. No, leaves the 7 out on the island. Out on the Falkland Islands. Pointed at the 7 of Mr. New Zealand. Not going to be a super big fan of that, probably. Do we see a break here from Dodestro? We do. We see a break from Dodestro. Interesting. That lets us know what kind of game Dodestro wants to play. Dodestro wants to play it out, and fight for that national champion spot. Mr. New Zealand also goes ahead and decides now's the time to build a stack in South America. Do we see a bonus swap? Or does he move him back into Africa? No, he moves him into Brazil. Abandons the Africa position. Looks like a bonus swap might be happening. Although no one has taken a bonus yet. Pierre Stonefield moves up out of Madagascar. Corbin adds in Scandinavia. Attacks into Ukraine. Do we see that stack stay there? See attack from Japan back in to Mongolia. Moves it up for a 12 stack in Asia. I think Dodestro takes large troops out of North America here. Just eliminates one of those positions. No. Goes for the easy take. Does not take large truth out of North America. Seemed like a potential opportunity there. Mr. NZ does has moved the stack from Africa over to South America, maybe just working on positioning stacks around the board. Goes for an easy take in NA. And stacks the 3 back on the 11 to make a 13. Everyone playing super tight, slow, not going for bonuses, trying to keep decent sized stacks in multiple places on the map. Now we can start looking for who's trying to line up whom. It's only a 4-player game, so everyone's going to have pretty good lines, right? So that was why that opportunity to take large truth out of North America made sense, because you just want to take out some of those lines of every player you can. If you can take out a player, they don't have lines on you and you might have lines on them. That's the way you want it lined up. I think so far everybody has a position everywhere they need it. Just an attack down into Scandinavia. Easy take there in Europe. No fortify. You can see their troop counts are really close. So until cards get to be a big deal, cards are going to go up slower because we're in a 4-player game. But until cards get to be a big deal, Pierre Stonefield moves up into Kamchatka. See a 10 trade for Lars Truth. That's the big trade. So the 10 trade's the big trade of the first turn. For the first card trades. We see a 2 of Dodestro get hit by Lars Truth there. To connect in to be able to move 1 stack into Ukraine. We do see the board being choked up, right? And that common choke we see on the classic map. It also works on the World Conquest map to some degree. The Ukraine Middle East choke on the map. Being performed there by Lars Truth and Dodestro. Just an easy taken essay from Mr. New Zealand. Pierre Stonefield with the troop lead. Pierre Stonefield doesn't have the location in South America. Dodestro doesn't have the position in Australia. Those are the two without those exteriors in all the bottom continents. Mr. Nzi's position in Africa is very weak and could be gone here soon. That looks like a lineup move there from Lars Truth. Yeah. Dodestro hits position of Mr. New Zealand. He seems to be getting lined up by Lars Truth. Again, taking out that position in North America could be valuable to make that kill much tougher. Instead, an add in Africa. Okay, and takes out the position in North America. Moves into 1 big stack there in North Africa. So lines up better for a potential bounty run on someone else, maybe. Again, just a bounty for Mr. NZ won't be enough. Needs the 10 points. So likely needs the win here. Has to play the long game. A bounty for Lars Truth basically guarantees, definitely guarantees, a spot on the national team. So Lars Truth, the one most likely to be playing just for a bounty. Although I'm sure Corbina would love to get the national championship. Yeah, we're seeing even bigger choke points now built there. Split between Pierre Stonefield and Dodestro there in the and Lars Truth in the Ukraine Middle East choke. I think this 20 stack might be going into Australia or New Zealand. No. Just a easy take in Madagascar. Easy take in Madagascar. Moves the troops back out to Argentina. We see Dodestro combined into 1 stack there in Asia. Stack mostly pointed at Pierre Stonefield, but not lined up in Australia for Pierre Stonefield. Pierre Stonefield could clear out Mr. NZ out of Australia. to prevent one potential set of kill lines, and then Corbina would be the only one that could kill Pierre Stonefield. Maybe what he's working on there. Corbina takes back the easy take. They're kind of card trading there in Western Australia. Corbina moves the stack out. Moves the stack out of Australia. Maybe is going to work on combining it with the Ukraine stack. But would block off the whole path to the left side of the board. Or the right side, depending on which way the stack's set. See the early trade from Mr. NZ, that makes sense. Knowing that he may be the target here. Got to get the trade in. Can he get anything accomplished with it? Beyond just more of a defensive move. Just a defensive move. And then lines up in Australia there to block the path north to south through Australia. Also leaves Lars Truth's stack pointed up, not at him. See who makes the first bold move in this game. I would guess Lars Truth if I was guessing. Just based off the situation, but we'll see. Based off the way Lars has been stacking. See another stack there into Ukraine. Ooh, we see Dodestro go for the kill here on Mr. NZ, but he doesn't have the troops. Oh yeah, he's got it. That's the kill of Mr. NZ by Dodestro. That officially sets your three-player Australian team to be Dodestro, Lars Truth, and Pierre Stonefield. Now they play for the national title. Dodestro currently in first with the tiebreaker, but it's all going to come down to who wins this. Okay, Corbina goes for the immediate hit on... Oof. Just goes to weaken there on Pierre Stonefield. Just working out the pathing, trying to figure it out, what's best. Got to get to Kamchatka, got to hit Hawaii, can go through there. And we see Lars Truth gets the kill of Pierre Stonefield. Goes to 20 points, takes back over the group lead immediately after losing it. And likely wins from here, don't we think? Lars Truth now at 20, Dodestro at 15, Pierre Stonefield at 10. In a winner-take-all one-on-one here between Lars Truth and Dodestro. Lars Truth with 124 troops, Dodestro with 25. It should not last long. Dodestro's going to get a shot to have cards on 3. Let's see if there's cards on 3. Cards on 3 makes it a little more interesting. We get a good game from Lars Truth before that trade or right at that trade, which maybe makes us think Lars has cards on 4. Rolls the stack, doesn't get it. Just hopes no cards on 4. Here's all you can hope for. But it's 82-20. Cards on 4. Lars Truth will win here and will be your New Zealand national champion. We'll wait till it's official. And there it is. Lars Truth with the win, finishes with 30 points. We'll see if we can get anyone to talk with us post-game. But you have your New Zealand 2023 national champion, Lars Truth. We'll see if we can get anyone in here to talk a little post-game risk. Well played by everybody. Lars Truth, a fantastic player. Dodestra, all of these fantastic players. We got Dodestra. I think Mr. NZ's in the waiting room to talk. We'll talk with, or in the stream here. What's up, Dodestro?
Hello.
How'd that go for you?
It wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad?
I pretty much went into it with the game plan of just try and get 1 kill each round, and that should have been enough to get me through, and it turns out it was.
Oh, okay, so that was the plan from the start, right?
I mean, if I could get a win or another kill afterwards, you know, I'd always go for it.
Sure.
Better, but...
So the 15 was on 3 bounties.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to play it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I realized after I took my bounty in the second game that I actually probably could have gone the 70 if I'd actually positioned it better, but I hadn't paid attention to that before.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. You just didn't have it lined up after the bounty. It would have been close, though.
Yeah. I think I ended up like 1 territory off or something.
Yeah, I think you were 1. Yeah, I don't know if you finished 1 or 2. Yep. You were really close, though.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's good enough, though. So your goal was the 1 bounty per game, and then if you lucked into a win, were you surprised by any of the plays of your opponents there?
Not really, other than... Oh, actually, no, not really at all.
Not really at all.
Once I stop and think about them, you know, like after they did it, I'm like, yeah, actually, I don't think they really made too many weird plays.
Yeah. Well, that's good. What did you think about Lars taking the 2nd bonus there in Australia in that first game?
I thought it was quite a I thought it was a very interesting move. I decided I'd let him hold it for 1 turn. I wasn't. I don't really know why I let him hold it for a turn.
Because it was just 1s. All the territories were 1s.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just decided for some reason that I wasn't going to break it.
Play nice.
Someone else did.
Sure. Just hoping for something. But then you broke it turn 2.
Yeah. Because, you know, getting, what was it, like an extra 3 a turn.
Yeah. Over you. Yeah.
It could have been influential in the game, but...
Yeah. Feel pretty good about your team after playing them? Have you played with these guys any?
I don't think I've played with Kia or Lars before.
Okay.
But I do happen to be a watcher of Pete's stream, so I've seen them a couple of times on there.
Yeah, on there. Playing or just talking?
Playing.
Playing, okay, yeah. That always makes you feel a little better, that you're at least a little familiar. My stream isn't loading for you. I don't know why Lars is saying that. Yeah, I mean Pierre Stonefield, very common name in tournaments, as well as Lars Truth. Both playing a lot of
Yeah,
tournaments, so I think that's very normal. I'm not super familiar with Mr. NZ, but it seemed like it's a super nice guy. Lars, do you have any questions for Da Destro? No questions. Mr. NZ felt like the target in the last game, which probably was accurate.
yeah. I pretty much went into the last game with the thought of as long as I beat them, I'm almost certain they're going to be through.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's a tough
So
spot to be in. Well, it was even tougher with the other player dropping out because then it was just a clear.
yeah,
I mean that made
it,
it
it
even
pretty
tougher.
much it pretty much became at that last one. I only took the kill on them to make sure I'd get through, which you know, I feel bad for them, but at the same time, it was the better play for me. So
Yeah. I mean that's the positive of getting your points early is you get to have options like that. But yeah,
yeah,
um, yeah, obviously it's not the best case scenario for the other people, so that happens. Uh, yeah, missing the green. Yeah, and that's Mr. NZ saying failing the green kill um, was the killer
yeah,
because that just it was close. It was like a 3-on-1 or something that he lost down there. It was in Africa, I think, is the green kill fail
yeah.
down there in Madagascar, and then it ends up kind of feeding the rest of that game. But it was close. Yeah, I thought it was pretty well played by everybody. I mean, everyone, no like
I'm
crazy
here, Mitch,
plays.
if you want to chat.
What's up, Mr. NZ? Did you feel like the target in the last game?
Oh, yeah, that was always how it was going to play out there, though,
Yeah.
So I think losing that fifth person, so.
Having Mag drop out right before that was tough for you because you became just the prime target.
Yeah, I think even in that first set of moves, I think everyone was just targeting my one, so I was like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, they were just taking out small stuff over and over
Yeah,
early on.
yeah, it's all good. You understand it, though, but
Yeah,
yeah,
so
first game, I think I was just didn't get the best positioning, so then
yeah, you
got
got
taken as a first kill.
you ended up getting that bonus in the top middle, which was a really good bonus. You just got it kind of late, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it would have been a great bonus. It's just it took you a while to how you had to maneuver to get it, and then you just missed the green kill in Africa.
Yeah, I didn't exactly see the rolls, but I
Yeah, I
thought I
don't
had
remember what
plenty
it
going
was.
into it. So
I thought it was a 3-on-1 at the
yeah,
end, but I don't remember for sure.
yeah, it was either going for Stone there, or
Yeah,
what's his name? I think you've got his name wrong the whole time. I'm not going to do much better, but
Spriggs, Max Spriggs. Is that who you're talking about?
Briggs, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
I
one.
keep
Yeah,
saying Springs for some reason, but Max Spriggs. Yeah. Yeah. The
but no, I
missing the
suppose.
green kill was tough there in Africa because you had it basically lined up, and that would have completely changed it for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think that's risk. I think we all know that's how it is. But
Yeah, sometimes
late
that
edition, I
happens.
think it was fun to jump on.
Yeah, you got that late spot. You'll be the alternate, so they can use you if they need someone to fill in for one of their World Cup games. They can have you
Yeah, no
fill in.
dramas.
So there you go.
No, cool.
I've got to say, I'm very new to playing in like all the tournaments and online stuff
Yeah,
myself. I think this is the second FFA um one that I've done.
yeah.
So
You feel more
Yeah, same for
comfortable.
me.
oh yeah, I mean the one thing that I think a lot of people have got to realize is I'm ranked as a I think beginner because I don't play ranked at all in Risk.
Yeah. There are a lot of people that do
I have.
that. Mr. NZ, this is
I
one of your first tournaments too?
Yeah, played what's the one? The one that Risk put on must have been like what a couple months ago.
The
So I did
classic
quite
one?
well in that. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it got to that zombie round, and I think that culled a lot of people. I think that's where Pete went out also.
Yeah,
I think
zombies is
that's where
brutal.
yeah
Yeah, the last
yeah that's
FFA
where
I
I
went out
dropped
on
out. But
zombies too. Yeah.
yeah, so I think at that point of the tournament, it kind of your earlier games
Yeah.
come into play.
You got to
like
have
you
a
can
bunch of
build
points going
momentum.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to ask you, Dar. I thought on Africa that I had sort of left you an easier kill at the end there. Like I think I know it was pink and purple left day. Yeah, I tried to get rid of most of you for pink to take you, but then pink
Yeah.
came for me anyway.
Yeah, I was quite surprised at that myself. I
Yeah.
was like, I thought they could have got the kill on me and then taken the 70.
Yeah,
But
it was
it was also,
almost a full sweep there,
yeah,
but
it was
didn't
also
go for it.
I think hitting if they'd hit only your territories when they went to take the 70, they might have been able to get you as well. I'm not quite sure on the math.
Yeah, someone
he
said in the
struggled.
chat that if they would have taken all of Mr. NZ, they would have hit the 70 before they could take it Mr. NZ.
Okay.
But I don't know. I didn't look at the numbers at that exact moment. But yeah, it did look like the easier kill might be Da Destro on that, but Lars just went. Yeah.
I think you had a 13 stack at the time. You never quite know how
Yeah,
those rolls are
exactly.
going to go, but
Exactly.
easy to roll through the ones. Yeah.
Cool. You guys got anything else?
No.
We
Short and
we'll
sweet, just
have
like the games.
we'll have the World Cup draw a week from tomorrow, or a week from today, your guys' time, because you guys are like in Saturday morning or something, I think already now. So
We're in Saturday afternoon.
you're in Saturday afternoon. Oh my gosh, you guys have the weirdest time zone. So it'll be like super late
Looking
Saturday
like a true
night.
American.
Exactly. You guys are
Yeah.
wrong. You're doing it wrong over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be like late Saturday night. You guys will draw the World Cup, and you guys will see who your opponents are for the seeding round for the World Cup.
Oh.
Cool. Thanks, guys. All the best, though.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for streaming, Mr. NZ.
Yeah, no worries.
And that is a wrap there on New Zealand qualifiers. We have Lars Truth, Da Destro, Pierre Stonefield will be going through as the national team members for New Zealand. Mr. NZ will be their alternate, and we have a 2023 New Zealand national champion. That's Lars Truth. Will get the role of national champion and will be put into the Hall of Fame for eternal glory. So congrats to everybody. We'll keep the stream going here. We're about 40 minutes away from the start of the U.S. National final and the Australia national final. So we'll keep the stream going. I will take a quick break as we get ready for it. Feel free to stay in the chat. Just be nice to each other. We'll be back in a little bit.